Hey guys, Sean Bougie here. This is about our January 1st sale. We have these once a year. It will start at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 1st of January 2020. This is our website, surplusfundsriches.com. You can see a lot of information here. And you can actually click right on the New Year's Day sale information here. Up top, you'll see an insider's guide. Now, what that insider's guide is an overview of almost all of our programs. Does not have the newest program, but most of them are on there. So you can download that. Okay. Let's see here. Get rid of this. All right. You can also download or look at an overview of the new program that we are launching. This is new to us on the 1st of January. That is our Premier Surplus Partnership Program, where we give you 16% of the gross amount being held, which is a lot. I'm going to come back to that. You will also see on there, okay, you've got the pricing for New Year's. I'm going to come back to that in a second, okay? Also, though, on the main page, you can access that insider's guide as well if you want more access. We also have a link here to our Facebook page, and you can click on that. Highly recommend, guys, that you like and follow the page because we do a lot of information on there for you. Let's see. The other thing is our YouTube page, which is Surplus Funds Riches. You can see our icon right here, right? Surplus Funds Riches. And you can see if you have any questions, be sure to check out our testimonials. These are live video testimonials from folks that have had success with our programs. I also took down a little over 100 videos just because I want things nice and tight. There were videos where I went out, gave out information about the program. By the way, if this is a little echoey, I apologize. I'm in a house that I renovated, and I'm doing this trying to multitask. And this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. Please bear with me. A lot of great information here. Okay. So let's go straight to the pricing, because what I want to do with that is by clicking on that, we're going to go through each program. All right. So what happens is you can get bundles or individual programs. And then if you get one of these, either the individual program or a bundle, you can also get add-ons where you're adding on a different program for a vastly reduced price. Basically, we're rewarding you for trusting us and for picking up another program. I'm going to go into all the different programs that are involved here. Okay. And you'll be able to be led back to the actual page. You can see it starts at 9 a.m. It starts 9 a.m. Eastern time, guys, on January the 1st. And there are going to be some limited programs available. So let's talk about that. All right. Let's go to the pricing. Okay, so this is our brand new program, Premier Surplus 16. This is going to be $497 after we sell 50 of these, guys. Once 50 are sold, it's gone. Anybody that's followed us for any length of time knows that we don't do this to threaten. We don't do this. We want to be able to tweak the program after we send it out. We're probably going to sell it to 50 buyers and then pull it off and then pop it on maybe a week later, a couple weeks later, a couple months later at a much higher price. In addition, for folks that are new to us, with this program, we're throwing in rightful owner project membership. I'm going to come back to that in a second. What this is, guys, is our normal surplus funds, which is always $497, national surplus funds. This is a researcher program here. In this one, you go get a list. We teach you how. And by the way, I know there's some guy online telling you he's going to give lists out to people to buy his program. That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard in a long time. So basically, he's going to give the same lists to everybody, what, 20, 40, 60, 100 people, and you're going to be successful with that? That's ridiculous. So we teach you how to get your own list, obviously. Okay. And I'll come back to how we keep everybody straight. There's no saturation at all. But in this program, the National Surplus Funds Program, our existing one that we partner up with, yeah, you're a researcher. What you do is go get your own list, then you research the debt against the property online the Register of Deeds department. Easy to do. We have video training in addition to the overview. We have video training support built in. We make sure you're going to be successful, guys. Anyway, with the national, you're researching debt and ownership at the time of the sale, filling out our title worksheet, and sending that in with basically supporting documents showing us that you did the work. And we take it from there. We find the people, contact them, find them, put the deal together, hire the mobile notary, hire the attorney. We always use attorneys. If you don't use an attorney in this business, you're an idiot. And we pay you as soon as we get the money out, and it's 8% of gross, meaning if there's 50 grand being held, that's a $4,000 paycheck to you. Average is around 30, 35,000, so they're good. It's good pay. Now, what we decided to do this year is start up this new program, okay, which is a 16%er. Now, in this one, you take an extra step, one extra little step here, okay, and you find the people and contact them. Now, in instances where you can get a list from a county quickly after the sale, it's really easy to reach these people a lot of times because they're still in the house, okay? All you're doing, you're not negotiating, you're calling them to make sure. And of course, we're going to, guys, on all this stuff, we provide scripts and all of it. On the National Surplus Funds, the second half of the ebook teaches you how to do it on your own. If you don't want to partner up with us, that's fine. Research up. Same thing with the new one. The second half teaches you how to do this completely on your own. Having said that, it's really easy to get a hold of them if you have a really fresh list, or if it's an older list, using basic programs, and we don't care what you use, you can find people pretty easy. Even free stuff can give you information on them. We're throwing in the Rightful Owner Project. This is something, it's kind of our version of a Better Business Bureau, but for asset recovery folks. We normally charge $197 for a lifetime, and this is being thrown in. So for $397, you're getting the No Program and Rightful Owner Project. I realize some of you guys already have Rightful Owner Project. No, I'm not taking the cost of that off of this. It's just something we're throwing in for one day on this program. Okay. We think it's important because it'll give you some online credibility too. Since you're calling people, why not have it, right? All right. Let's go down a little bit. I'm going to skip National Deed Flip for a second. This next one, 497 to this one. Some of you guys don't know what you'd like to do. You don't know if you're going to do the national surplus at 8% or if you're willing to call people. So we're going to give you the Pro Pack, which is both of them, okay, which is normally they're going to be $497 at least a piece. So it's $1,000 worth of programs, okay. This will be the first 10 people. It's the Pro Pack. It's $547. If you haven't gotten involved with us and you're not sure which program you want to use, National Surplus Funds at 8%, or the Premier 16, this is your way to go. And we figured we'd make it easier for you and get you involved easier. All right. Of course, that does include, since it's going to include the 16% of Rightful Owner Project is also included in that. All right. National Deed Flip is our program. And but obviously we program with National Surplus and with the new one, the Premier. But National Deed Flip is buying property pre-tax. It'll teach you how to do this in other states. Any state, pretty much any state out there, except for Florida. Florida is a separate program, and that needs to be brought up here, guys, with the Premier Partnership 16 and National Surplus Funds. Florida is a different program. We only offer that once or twice a year. You'll see later that we are offering Florida. It's a separate program. We only work with folks if they're going to send us Florida deals if they bought the Florida program. Okay. Also, with the National Surplus and the Premier Surplus, you can work any state. We're not going to take files from you if they're from Colorado, Oregon, or Washington State or Washington, D.C. Obviously, also, Florida is only if you have a Florida program. We don't take those other states, Colorado, Washington State, and Oregon, simply because they're too difficult to work. Okay? And by the way, we pay you, we 1099 you at the end of the year, and we pay you however you want. We can overnight payment to you, or we can even handle it digitally from the bank straight into your account. No problem. All right. So the Florida Pro Pack, well, first of all, National Deed Flip, let's come back to this, guys. We give you 15% of the net amount we make. Average deal there, we typically make anywhere from 30 to 50,000 per deal. So you can do the numbers on that. All you're doing there is researching debt and ownership again, but filling it out and including a basic house value by using online programs. It's easy as heck. It's cheap. There's no other, by the way, in all of these, there's no other expenses involved, guys. It's a one-time hit, and we are done with that. We want you to get started and get rolling. I've had people ask, well, does it include scripts? Does it include? It includes everything. We make the majority of our money on the back end when we're on these partnership programs. So obviously, we want you to be successful so that we can make money off the deals too. And just a quick note on the surplus partnership, Premier Surplus Partnership 16. Those guys out there telling you to be a finder and run out and you can make 10% or 2,500, whatever. We're paying you higher than that, 16%. We're still doing the majority of the work, guys. But same thing with the 8%. Even if you were doing it on your own, if you were going to be just a finder and make 10%, it will cost you more than 2% to do that other work. So it's ridiculous not to get involved with us. Jeff and I actually had quite a few conversations about this 16. I didn't want to offer it because that works out to about 50% of our net. No kidding. Keep in mind, I'm paying the owner anywhere from 50, 60%. I'm paying an attorney 10 to 13%, closer to 13, and I'm giving you 16, and I'm also paying people to handle putting this thing into our systems. Okay. Now, also on the National Surplus Funds, this is our overage. So is the Premier and the National Surplus Funds. Those are overage programs. With those guys, you have access to a list that we put together that's updated 5 days a week, so you can see. You can actually take the list you get, search ours to make sure we don't already have it. We do not have a saturation issue, but this way there's not an issue with that at all. National Deed Flip, same thing. Florida PAC, guys, this is Florida Remote, which is our overage program. By the way, all of our overage programs handle both tax and mortgage. I saw an interesting video on the other day. The guy said, "Oh my gosh, counties do whatever they want." Yeah, that's why you always use an attorney. Or they say, oh my gosh, with mortgage overages, you can't just look at a sales list. Yeah, right. Hey, guys, we've been doing this for over 10 years. Okay. Um, it, I'm getting a kick out of these new guys up there. Hey, God bless them for offering programs, but they're putting videos up that basically tell you they don't know what the hell they're doing. All right, so the Florida PAC, this is our overage program. That's the Florida Remote Surplus Funds, and the Florida Deed Flip, which is buying property pre-tax sale, just like the National Deed Flip. Buying it pre-tax sale, paying off the taxes, stop the sale, giving the owner some money, and flipping the property and giving you a great percentage of the net. We're only going to sell 3 of these guys, only 3. Florida is great because they actually publish the title work online in tax sales for you, which is a ton of your work. And there are some legal, some laws in place that help us out. National Trifecta is the National Surplus Funds Program, guys, the original one. The National Deed Flip, that means the 8% one is included in this, right? The National Deed Flip, which is pre-tax sale, and the National Redemption Program, okay? All of that, $1,500 value for $647. Even when we normally have this on sale, it's $672, so it's another savings for you. I realize best of the best bundle, $797. I like this one a lot. People have asked me what to buy. I would buy this and then pick up the new program as an add-on if it was me. Okay. But this includes National Surplus Funds, National Deed Flip, Florida Remote Surplus Funds, Florida Remote Deed Flip, and NC Flip Master, which goes into both Game Changer and anyway, it has multiple programs on it that are going to help you quite a bit. Ultimate is everything, and for the one day, we'll also add on the new Premier Surplus Partnership 16 to it if you buy it. Work from home bundle. This is BK Goldmine. These are not partnership programs, guys. They have nothing to do. The BK Goldmine has nothing to do with overages. This is going after money that's being held by the bankruptcy court that's due to creditors. Ultimate Finder is a way for you to be a finder and work it as a finder instead of the way we do it. Surplus Hybrid is a way for you to go after overage money where the money is actually, how am I trying to put this? Where the bankruptcy court is due the money. This is like if an owner isn't going to work with you, it's a great way to go. And if they went into bankruptcy, generally 2 years before or after the overage was created, that's a great way to go because the bankruptcy court will pay 25%. Just for telling them where the money is. It's fantastic. That's $447. That's a $1,500 value. Add-on programs. Okay, so we went over the Premier Surplus Partnership 16. That requires you to call people in addition to double checking debt and ownership. National Surplus Funds, that's just debt and ownership. Guys, you have to buy the programs on this first page and then add these on to get this price. Don't call me or email me. Oh my God, how do I get it for 150? Well, buy one of the other programs. Um, National Surplus, National Default, National Redemption. This is going after property that has already sold at a tax sale where that state, there's like 20 some, 23, I believe, states that allow this, where we can still buy the property back because there's a redemption period after the sale for us to actually pay off the debt and get the property. So this is a great way for us to go in and scoop out from under investors property that they're not even thinking about that they can lose. Zombie Business Reviver. This is a great add-on for both Deed Flip, Game Changer, Redemption. Good Lord, it's a great add-on for the surplus funds programs, either one. Because what this does is if the person entitled to the money or if the person that owned the house, if that was a business and they went out of business, this teaches you how to buy the business for nothing, basically, a couple $100, and then turn around, reactivate the business, and go claim the money now, and you were the owner of the business. Bankruptcy gold mine, again, this is not an overage. This is going after money being held by the bankruptcy court. It's a great program. Overage judgment recovery network. This is fantastic. If it does turn out that there is debt against the property, not due to the owner but a judgment or lien holder, you can turn it in on the network or work it yourself. Teach you how to do that. It's a fantastic deal. Elite Inner Circle. This is a great add-on for those of you that want to actually up your game down the road, right? You want to really leverage yourself. Teaches you how to do that, and then it also, and that's forever. That's it, $100. Also gets you into webinars that we only have once or twice a year for the elite. Well, twice or three times really. The Elite Inner Circle guys. So you're in a live webinar only with folks that are really serious. So it's really nice, guys. If you signed in with your phone number when you sign up for and checked out the page, it'll allow you to actually get these deals, even if 50 have been sold or whatever. It's going to allow you to buy all day long. So that's a great way to go. Sales page is here. Rightful owner project information is here, just in case you want to check on what I was talking about with that. And we are really excited about this sale. Those of you guys that know us know that when we're done, we're done. And some programs, for instance, the OGRN, Overage Judgment Recovery Network, and some other ones, we barely ever offer. Hope this helps. Have a great day.